Sweet soul, I waited for you. I stood beside you in the unseen, praying you would sense this moment. Archangel Michael does not usually wait, he acts. But today I waited for 2 whole hours. I waited because the urgency I carry is not something I can let go of. There is something critical, something not of this world trying to break into your life like a flood of truth, and the gate just opened. A private investigator who thought they could move in silence has been exposed. You were never supposed to know, but heaven overruled that silence because you deserve the truth before it goes too far. You have no idea how long heaven has been watching this unfold. But now the pressure in the spiritual realm cannot be ignored. Archangel Michael stood in front of your name today and said, "This ends here. There is a trail of actions being followed, a secret truth unraveling, and you are the centerpiece." Someone hired eyes to look deep into your path. Yes, your money, your moves, your feelings, but this is not just earthly trouble. This was made to mess up your blessings before they came. But God said no. And now we speak because you need to hear this before anything else touches your energy. You were kept safe from something that almost hit you. I am serious. While you were resting, someone was plotting, watching, trying to get an upper hand using facts that were not meant to be known. A man who thought he was hidden was caught red-handed by divine interception. God himself let the veil drop just enough so Archangel Michael could step in and whisper into your heart, "Open this now. Do not skip. Do not scroll. There is a reason heaven chased you down today. You may not know it, but your life was being watched in places even you did not give permission to. Let me be clear. There is divine protection wrapped around you now like never before. Not because you asked for it, but because you are stepping into a land too holy to be messed with. You are being placed for something amazing, a shift so big the enemy wanted facts and early moves to ruin your path. But heaven stopped the messenger, and now the secrets are falling out. The private investigator was not working alone. He had a name, a client, and yes, their name is being spiritually brought to light. They were not just curious about your now. They wanted to get into your future, but your future is locked, and those who tried to find it without God's okay are now being shown. This is why Archangel Michael is here, why the angels are circling your house in the spirit tonight. Because your next choice can either open the flood of divine truth or close your ears to the alarm bells heaven has been trying to sound for 2 hours now. Someone crossed a line. That line was the spiritual wall drawn around your favor. But here is the wonder. No weapon made against you will win. They tried to hire smarts. God sent fire. They tried to gather facts. God broke their plans. Because when heaven picks someone, that person becomes untouchable. And you, beloved, have been chosen. That is why this message could not wait. That is why the angels did not rest. That is why Archangel Michael has stayed this long. You do not know how many layers of your protection were turned on in just the last few hours just because you were in spiritual danger and did not even know it. The investigator had something in his hands, a file, a piece of data, something he was not supposed to find. But just before it left his hold, divine interruption. And that is when Archangel Michael came down. That is when the spiritual alarms went off in heaven. That is when your name was shouted in the courts above and marked as urgent. And that is when this message began forming, being shaped by God's breath to find you, to shake you awake, to pull you from the grip of silence into the power of knowing. If you are reading this now, it is because you are not just being warned, you are being woken up. Before you continue, I want you to click the like button on this video. Liking this prophetic word will activate the flow of God's favor in your life. Now, as you step into this truth, I invite you to seal it with your voice. Type Amen in the comments below as a sign of your acceptance, as a bold statement that you are ready to receive this divine protection and move forward in God's purpose. As you write it, see yourself not as a target of what was hidden, but as a warrior rising to claim what grace has already written in your name. And stay with me until the very end, because we'll be closing with a powerful prayer that will activate this release. And while you're at it, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, Subscribing will activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus, it is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about money, the quiet worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel unsure about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear. You are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you. A 30-day faith and money breakthrough system. A path where each day brings you a focused prayer. A small money step and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and steadiness. If something inside you feels ready, if you feel that this moment matters, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description in the comments below. This time, do not walk away from what was meant for you. This message was not typed. It was carved in spirit, pushed through light, sent with urgency because the plan to stop you is now known. And the one behind it, they are being dealt with as we speak. But you still have a choice. You must decide what to do with this light, this truth, this divine exposure. You can ignore it, pretend this is a chance event, or you can walk into the revelation like fire, walking into darkness and choosing to shine. Heaven does not send warnings lightly. If Archangel Michael speaks, it is because the moment can no longer wait. There are facts about your money, your energy, your moves leaked, sought after, almost sold. But now heaven writes again. You are kept safe, but being kept safe is not still. It is a shield you must stand under, fully knowing that the rain was coming. Now you must stay close to the voice of God, or the enemy will try to write again. But not this time. You have come too far, enveloped with arrow. If you are feeling this message pulling on your spirit, do not ignore it. This is the moment to subscribe to God's frequency and never miss what heaven is urgently sending for your life. Click the subscribe button and step into the divine alerts meant only for you. Now listen, this was not just any investigator. This was someone trained to hide, to vanish in crowds. But they did not vanish before heaven saw them. They were caught near a trail of data, a whisper of truth tied to your future. You are being pulled into something greater. And that private eye, he was not just looking into your now, he was trying to mess up your next. That cannot happen. That will not happen. Not if you open your eyes today and claim what was meant to be yours without trouble. The one who hired them is not a stranger. They have history with you. And what they did was not just betrayal. It was a spiritual invasion. But God stepped in, Archangel Michael showed it. And now all that is hidden is coming out. You are not crazy, you felt watched, you felt off. Your energy has been slightly twisted lately. And that is not fear, it was spiritual warfare. But it is coming to a crashing end because truth is always stronger than lies. And light always shows every hidden file, every shadowed reason. Now is not the time to panic, it is the time to rise. You are not alone. Heaven saw what they were doing, and you are now part of a divine case where the truth cannot be silenced anymore. You were chosen not only to get through this moment, but to rise from it, to lead others through their times of spiritual spying and sabotage, because what has happened to you has happened to others. but they do not have Archangel Michael standing beside them. You do, you always have. If you are still here reading, it means your spirit is awake and your enemies are nervous. The investigator thought they could walk away, but they could not get away from divine sight. Heaven watches what eyes cannot see, and heaven does not let its chosen suffer blind. This is your turning point. Your knowing will bring power, your power will bring clear sight, and your clear sight will become your divine guide. From this moment on, you walk not just kept safe but dangerous to the dark, because now you know, and knowing is spiritual warfare's greatest tool. The moment you took this message into your heart, the shift began. Heaven wrote it down. A timestamp was placed on your life path. Your future just got a speed up, and that is not poetry. It is prophecy. The ones who try to hold you back, they underestimated who walks with you. They underestimated how sharp your spirit is. You did not need proof. You needed divine confirmation. And this is it. Archangel Michael was told to blow the trumpet over your life tonight. This is not just a warning. It is a start. A spiritual fire is about to burn everything that was planted around you in darkness. What if I told you there was a file with your name on it sitting in a hidden server and someone paid good money to get into it? They wanted to know who you are talking to, what you are planning, what doors are about to open for you. But what they did not realize is once heaven marks you, no human system can read your path. That file has been burned in the spirit. The access has been taken away. And the man who was reading your future without okay, he is no longer reading anything. He is being read by heaven now. You have been cleared in the courts of the unseen. That heaviness you felt recently, that dragging sadness or fear you could not explain, was the enemy trying to slow down your gut feeling. They did not want you to sense the setup. They were hoping you would be too busy, too distracted, too cut off from your inner fire. But heaven made sure to stop you with this moment because your light is too rare, your calling too sharp, your future too dangerous to dark. And if you knew how big your next door was, you would understand why they went to such lengths to spy on you. Because they saw what is coming for you, and they were scared. Your path is about to glow with sudden clear sight. A door will open soon, and you will remember this message as the prophecy that broke the chains around your name. Because when a private investigator starts watching someone, it means they think that person is about to do something great. But when that person is watched by heaven, oh, the rules change completely. Every earthly eye that looked your way in secret is now being blinded by divine light. They wanted data. God sent future instead. Archangel Michael did not just speak your name today. He fought for it. He stood between your image and the image printed on a dark report. He cut cords. He ended attempts. He took apart something that was supposed to hurt you within the next 7 days. But instead of hurt, you are about to get favor. Because heaven always flips what was meant to wound into what becomes your story. Your name has now changed worlds. It is no longer just yours. It is heaven's proof. You think you are normal, but the enemy knows better. That is why they tried to spy, not speak. That is why they hired watchers instead of being bold, because they knew if they came to you direct, your light would stop them. So they went behind the scenes. But what they found was not weakness. It was a warrior soul wrapped in divine protection. And now that the tables have turned, you are about to see who has really been watching whom. You are not the target, you are the fire, and fire cannot be followed. It must be respected. Do not be surprised if some people in your life start acting strange. The ones who spoke your name in private will now feel the echo in public. Divine justice is quiet at first, but then it shows up loud and it always comes on time. Do not fight back, do not face them, stay still, because payback belongs to God. And what He is doing behind the scenes is bigger than any words you could speak. The showing is happening. The truth is coming up, and your story is being written again without the marks of those who tried to steal your future. Can you feel the chills running through your soul right now? That is not fear. It is knowing. Your spirit knows this is real. This is not drama. This is divine timing. This is the moment the storm passed over your house because Archangel Michael was keeping the door. They could not come near. They could not touch what is holy. And your future is more holy than they could ever understand. That is why this message is more than info. It is alignment. You have just stepped into divine order. I need you to understand something else too. Your gut feeling did not fail. You have been feeling off lately because the spiritual realm was loud and you were hearing it without knowing. The whispers, the gut pulls, the nights without sleep, that was not your mind making things up. That was divine protection trying to keep you from the trap that was being set. And now that it is over, you will notice the peace coming back. The air is clearer. The weight is lighter. The spiritual cameras that tried to peek into your soul have been shut down for good. They wanted to know about your money, your moves, your next steps. But they forgot one thing. Heaven's children do not move by logic. They move by favor. You cannot guess favor. You cannot track miracles. You cannot stop the movement of someone who walks under divine direction. You are not to be watched. You are to be wondered at. And that is what is about to happen next. You are about to be seen, but not by spies, by helpers, by angels, by chances that see your worth. Do not make small what has just happened. A private investigator crossed a spiritual line. And the only reason you are even hearing about it now is because Archangel Michael asked heaven to let this truth out before it got too late. You are kept safe, but now you are also placed to take back everything that was being stolen in secret. Your trust in yourself, your voice, your steadiness, your trust in your own path, all of it is coming back now with divine extra. You were never meant to find this message by chance. It was written into your timeline before the investigator even took his first step. And now that you have taken it in, something has been unlocked in your air. Things will begin moving faster. Now clear sight will rush in. Strange delays will stop. Confusion will lift because the cloud has passed. The storm has bowed, and you are no longer in the shadows of someone else's curiosity. You are in the spotlight of God's will. You are not just getting through this moment. You are stepping into command, spiritual command, divine clear sight. What was hidden is now seen. What was stolen is now being given back. The private investigator who tried to pull pieces of your path without knowing set off something far more powerful than any earthly plan. They set off your waking up, and now that you are awake, there is no going back. You have tasted the truth. And truth changes everything. It makes you bold. It makes you aware. It makes you unstoppable. The energy around you is shifting as we speak. Can you feel it? Something is uncoiling. Something spiritual is being taken apart. The invisible wires that were silently watching your life have been cut by the sword of Archangel Michael. He did not just send this message. He cut through worlds to get it to you. That is how urgent this moment was. That is how needed it was for you to hear this before nightfall. You are not reading this to feel better. You are reading this because the season has changed and God does not want you to walk into the next part blind. Everything they tried to get on you, your income, your spiritual sharpness, your feelings, your private prayers, they were trying to use those things against you. But the watching stopped when the holy fire showed up. And now the one who sent them is spiritually shown. They can no longer control from behind the curtain. You do not need payback. You just need to listen. Heaven will do the rest because your story is being divinely fixed, and every sentence that was not written by God is being removed. You are going to feel stronger in the next 48 hours. Do not be surprised if you feel like crying for no reason. That is your spirit letting go of the tension it did not even know it was holding. There is healing in this showing. You are not just being kept safe, you are being spiritually made whole again. This moment is heaven showing you that you are worth fighting for. Your path, your purpose, your peace, it is all worth divine warfare. That is how valuable your calling is. That is how priceless your future is. That is why Archangel Michael stood still for 2 hours and waited for you to notice. Share this prophetic word with your network. When you share, you activate the anointing and share the breakthrough with those who need it. We've reached the moment, where this shifts from information to activation, where you stop being a passive receiver and become an active participant in your own awakening. What I'm about to ask you to do might seem simple, but it carries heavenly weight. In the comments, I want you to write exactly these words: I am protected by divine light. Not, I hope I'm protected. Not, maybe this is real. Not, I'll think about it. Heaven responds to clarity, to certainty, to declarations made from your whole being. When you write those words, you're doing something far more powerful than leaving a comment. You're making a covenant with heaven. You're stating your intention to the Almighty. You're announcing that you're available for this transformation. You're giving permission for the process to accelerate. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Some people will disappear now. Do not chase them. They were only in your life to get close to your light, and now that the light has changed frequency, they cannot survive the heat. Others will tell you things, let them. Truth has a strange way of making people come apart. You do not have to ask for honesty anymore. It is coming. The truth is being pulled toward you now. The veil is lifted. The show is over, and those who played parts around you are starting to forget their lines. Do not panic if plans change. It is all part of the cleaning. This showing was not meant to just make you aware. It was meant to change your whole air. You were never meant to walk into your next season with eyes shut. Now the Spirit is your eyes. You are being led by light, not noise. And the road ahead is being cleared by the very angels who kept this message until you opened it. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for divine justice. And justice is happening now. Even the time when you opened this matters. Heaven waited until your heart could hold the weight of the truth. You were not ready before. You would have doubted yourself. You would have thought, maybe I am just being paranoid. But now you know better. You have grown in the Spirit. You have grown in your knowing. And now you can see that sometimes spiritual warfare looks like whispers, like cameras, like clicks, and quiet questions behind closed doors. But now those doors have been kicked open by light, and there is no hiding anymore. You may not know exactly who hired them yet, but their name is coming up. You will feel it soon. They will show themselves not because you asked, but because the light around you is too strong for dark to hide in anymore. And when they do, do not let your heart turn bitter. Let it turn bold, bold enough to walk away from control, bold enough to cut soul ties you never asked for, bold enough to believe that you are divinely held even when humans fall short. There is something else too. Money that was being blocked. You have been wondering why things have been delayed, why breakthrough seems so close but always just out of reach. It was not you. It was not laziness or bad timing. It was spiritual trouble. That investigator was not just watching, he was meant to report back. And that report was going to be used to put pressure on your money, your ties, your speed. But now that the plan has been broken, get ready. Your flow is about to return, my child. I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clear sight, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and money breakthrough system. Each day you will be led with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you get back control. Nothing too much, nothing hard, just small, faithful steps leading you toward peace and steadiness. If your heart feels ready, do not wait this time. Begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. This time, do not walk away from what was meant for you. Like a river that was blocked, but now bursts free. Do not be surprised if unexpected money arrives. If someone pays a debt they forgot. If a closed door suddenly opens again. This is the ripple effect of divine disruption. When heaven stops what was working against you, the blessings that were being held back start to rush in. And you are not meant to question them. You are meant to take them with joy, with clear sight, with open arms. Because what is coming next will not need you to fight. It will need you to rest in knowing you have already been defended. You are safe now. Not just in body, but in spirit. The things that were moving around your name in dark places have been brought to their knees. There is no spiritual spy that can touch what is sealed by fire. And you, dear one, are sealed. You are no longer under watch, you are under release. What was looked into is now not important because heaven has ruled in your favor, and the only thing left for you to do is walk forward. There is a new light around your face now, a glow. People will notice it, they will say you look different. It is not your face, it is your frequency. You have lined up with divine awareness, and that kind of waking up cannot be undone. They watched you because they thought they could find weakness. But all they found was divine strength. Now they are the ones wondering how the truth slipped through their hands. And you are the one rising with answers. You have come too far for this message to be just another whisper in your day. This is the moment heaven marks you again, not with warning now, but with oil. Fresh anointing is falling on your name. And do you know what is beautiful about that anointing makes you untouchable? It creates a glow that the enemy cannot copy and the past cannot dim. And now, because you opened your spirit to this truth, that oil is flowing straight from the courts of God through Archangel Michael's command and directly into your next 7 days. Yes, the next 7 days. That is how quick the shift will show. The investigator was working on a 10-day timeline. He was 3 days away from a final report, one that would have been used to stir up confusion. But God broke his plan at the exact time. And now what was going to be sent against you is going to be turned into something for you. Heaven did not just stop the messenger. They took back the message. What they meant for sabotage is going to become your spotlight, and your name will rise in favor. Do not try to understand it all by logic. This is beyond nature. This is divine tech working faster than anything human hands could make. Archangel Michael stopped a spiritual broadcast meant to attack your timeline. He blocked a signal that would have stolen favor from your future. And because you listened, because you opened this when your name was crying out for help, you have become the exception, the interruption, the one whose story will not end in loss, but in legend. Let them talk. Let the ones behind it all squirm under the pressure of their own showing. Your job now is not to shrink in shame, but to shine in the aftermath, because the fire did not burn you. It cleaned you, it burned off every hidden tie, every unspoken attack, every unseen load that was placed on your life without okay. You are lighter now, freer, stronger, wiser. And that is the part they did not expect. They thought the looking would crush you, but it crowned you instead. Everything is going to feel different now. Your thoughts will sharpen. You will notice what you used to ignore. You will hear lies where you used to give benefit of the doubt. You will see control where once there was just confusion. This is not fear, it is divine knowing. Archangel Michael has sharpened your inner radar. You are not here to doubt yourself anymore. You are here to walk with surety. The kind of surety that breaks family patterns and silences rooms just by entering them. And do not you dare settle again. Do not lower your vibration to match someone else's comfort. The one who ordered this looking wanted to control what they did not understand. They tried to watch what they could not own. But the secret of your future is something they will never be able to figure out, because it is written in heaven, not in files. And now that the try failed, they will try to make it small. They will pretend it was not serious. But you know better. God told you before it was too late. Do not answer with feelings, answer with spirit. Thank God, thank Archangel Michael. Thank your spirit for being strong enough to hold this kind of knowing. You did not fall apart. You are not sitting in confusion. You are standing in clear sight, and clear sight is a magnet for miracles. The cleaner your space becomes, the faster favor finds you. The more aware you are, the less access confusion has, and the more you walk in truth, the more heaven will trust you with revelations like this. Again, you have been upgraded. That is what this really is, a divine upgrade. You are not just someone God kept safe. You are someone God now trusts with insight. You are being trusted with vision, with leadership, with divine foresight. You will start dreaming differently. You will wake up with answers. People around you will wonder how you knew something before it happened. But you will just smile because you will remember this day. The day your eyes were opened to the truth of spiritual trouble and divine stop. If you are tempted to go digging to find out who exactly was behind it, pause. God will show what you need to know. But not everything is meant for facing. Some things are meant for setting apart. You have been set apart by this moment, spiritually sealed, feelings made new. You are not walking forward as a victim of betrayal. You are walking as a container of divine plan. You are not here to take payback. You are here to rise above the whole fight. This is your close. This message right here, let it settle your spirit. Let it finish the emotional spin. Let it heal the doubt, because heaven is watching over you more closely now than ever. They know your heart has been heavy. They know you felt unsafe, but that is over now. The break has been fixed. The trouble has ended. And what is coming next is not about getting back. It is about reward. So, what is your next move? Nothing loud, just alignment. Realign your goals, check your ties. Give yourself again to your holy purpose. And then watch how the world starts rushing to back you. The very energy that tried to slow you will now be the wind that pushes you forward. The people who misunderstood you will have no choice but to watch your glow. The ones who hid their curiosity will suddenly go quiet, not because you faced them, but because the divine has turned their microphones off. You are kept safe. And now you are also given power. You know the truth. You have seen behind the curtain. You felt the hands trying to hold you back. And now that they have been cut loose, there is no roof over your progress. The limits are gone. The lies are quiet. The looking is closed. And your life is about to open in ways you could not have thought before this moment. Take a deep breath now. Feel that. That is the sound of spiritual freedom. You are exactly where you need to be. And the story that is coming next, it will feel like justice wrapped in joy, sealed with favor. Heaven is not finished yet, and you are just getting started. You are still here, and that means something powerful. It means your spirit is not skipping past divine timing. It means you are the kind of soul that leans in, not away. And that right there is why heaven is putting into your story. Because the ones who pause, who listen deep, who feel the weight of a message like this, they are the ones chosen for something rare, something holy, something heaven does not hand out lightly. You were never meant to live a normal life. You were built to walk in revelation. Let me say this clear. You are not who you were before this message began. Your air has changed, and whether you feel it or not, spiritually your name has just been written into a new chapter. The past few weeks might have felt like warfare dressed as confusion, delays, strange talks, missed chances, sudden tiredness, things that did not make sense. But now you understand it was watching an unseen setup. But heaven was watching the watcher, and the trap set against you became the story that now walks beside you. You are exactly where you need to be, and the story that is coming next. It will feel like justice wrapped in joy, sealed with favor. Heaven is not finished yet, and you are just getting started. You are still here, and that means something powerful. It means your spirit is not skipping past divine timing. It means you are the kind of soul that leans in, not away. And that right there is why heaven is putting into your story. Because the ones who pause, who listen deep, who feel the weight of a message like this, they are the ones chosen for something rare, something holy, something heaven does not hand out lightly. You were never meant to live a normal life. You were built to walk in revelation. Let me say this clear. You are not who you were before this message began. Your air has changed, and whether you feel it or not spiritually, your name has just been written into a new chapter. The past few weeks might have felt like warfare dressed as confusion, delays, strange talks, missed chances, sudden tiredness, things that did not make sense. But now you understand it was watching an unseen setup. But heaven was watching the watcher, and the trap set against you became the story that now walks beside you. And the most stunning part, you did not even have to fight for this revelation. God brought it to you. Archangel Michael stood guard so the truth could travel unshaken straight to your heart. This is how heaven fights for its beloved, quietly, fiercely, without notice. You do not need to yell to be defended. You just need to be chosen, and chosen you are. That is why the Investigator failed. That is why the spiritual attack fell apart, because no one can attack what heaven already owns. Now, let us go deeper. Because what you are about to get next is not just protection, it is prophecy. The facts that were gathered about you are now being spiritually turned around. It is being written again in the heavenly worlds. That means people who thought they had data on you will be confused by your sudden glow. They will wonder why what they learned about your weakness no longer matches who you are becoming. And that, beloved, is because heaven just rewrote your story. The story was stopped and written again in light. That sickness you almost had cancelled. That tie that suddenly fell away, protected. That delay in your work or dreams, rerotted, not refused. That uneasy gut feeling you could not explain. That was God trying to tell you this moment was coming. And now that it is here, your path forward must be taken with respect. Do not rush. Let clear sight be your guide. Let quiet be your answer. You owe no explanations to people who are working against you in silence. Your only job now is to honor what heaven just did for you, because truth like this is holy, and moments like this become altars, spiritual marks. You will look back on years from now and say that is when everything changed. You might not even cry, but your soul is crying in thanks right now. That is why you feel lighter. That is why your chest feels like something was pulled out. It was a spiritual watch cord was cut, and your energy is no longer leaking into places it was not meant to. You have just been made whole in ways you did not even know you were broken. And that, my friend, is a miracle, a quiet miracle, a clean miracle, and it was made just for you. There is one more thing you must understand. The reason they wanted to spy on you was because they felt you were close to something explosive. Something life-changing, a breakthrough, a divine partner, a money release, a chance with your name on it. They were trying to see how close you were to it so they could get ahead of it or block it. But now that they have been shown, they have lost the upper hand. The very thing they tried to watch without your okay is now going to happen in public. God is going to make sure of that. So do not dim your light. Do not hide your progress. Do not say sorry for moving fast. Now you are not moving in ego, you are moving in alignment. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are following divine speed. And the more you follow, the more doors will swing open without you even knocking. You have entered a season where access will find you, where divine timing will meet you at every corner, and where the favor being poured over you will confuse those who thought they knew your limits. You were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were meant to be kept safe by the few and celebrated by heaven. And now that heaven has spoken over you, no earthly report can override it. You are free, you are clear, you are rising. In the next 24 to 72 hours, you will get a confirmation of this word. It may not come in thunder. It might not be loud, but it will be real. A person may suddenly reach out and say sorry. A strange chance may land at your feet. A long blocked door will budge open. A name may show up in a dream or a passing talk. Pay attention. These are heaven's marks. Write them down. Keep them, because when this all fully happens, and it will, you are going to have proof that you were never crazy. You were always covered. Now go walk forward with the fire of someone who just had their name cleared in the spiritual courts. Do not beg for space. Take it. Do not wait for okay. Move in divine authority. You are no longer under quiet attack. You are under loud favor, and the one who sent the investigator, they have just become the proof that no plan against you shall win. You are chosen. You are called. You are covered. And this was your moment of waking up. And now we reach the holy end, the ceiling of this divine show. Breathe. Because what is coming next is not just a blessing, it is a release. You are standing at the edge of a moment that will echo across your whole future. The heavens are watching you. Archangel Michael has not left your side. His sword is still out, and God is smiling over you like a parent who just hid their child from a danger that child never saw coming. This was bigger than you realized, but now that you see it, you are ready for what comes next. Let this truth sink in your soul. The war is over. The spiritual watching has ended. The file is closed. Your name is being written again, not as the watched, but as the winner. You did not bow. You did not fall. You were kept safe in silence, made ready in pressure, and now you are rising in fire. You are becoming someone who does not just get through darkness. You shine through it like a prophecy in motion. And now every step you take from this moment on will carry weight. Divine weight, unshakable presence. Do not be surprised if you suddenly walk differently. If you speak with more clear sight, if people stop and stare at you without knowing why, you have changed airs. The old you, the one they tried to track, watch, control, no longer exists. That person died when you said yes to truth. When you opened this message, when you let heaven touch the parts of your soul you did not even know were in danger. That is the rising power of divine stop. You are walking out of this moment with new breath in your lungs and a fire behind your eyes, and you must guard it. This kind of clear sight cannot be taken lightly. Protect your peace like a crown. Set boundaries like a gatekeeper of gold. Say no when something disturbs your alignment. Say yes only to what matches your healing, because now you are not just healing from a betrayal. You are glowing in the aftermath of deliverance, and the glow is not something you need to show. It will be seen, it will be felt. It will introduce you before you even speak. Someone is going to come back into your life soon, but do not fall for looks. Look for patterns. Do not search for payback, search for wisdom, because heaven has given you insight and now you must use it wisely. The one who sent the investigator, they are still thinking about what went wrong. And when they realize the divine turned the tables, they will either go quiet or try to come back into your life with charm. Do not let confusion in. Let purpose in. Because your purpose is what heaven just kept safe. And that means it is bigger than even you thought. There is a season coming where your story will be used to break chains off others. This message you are holding in your heart will echo through talks, through prayers you have not prayed yet, through people you have not met yet. You have just become a carrier of revelation, a living, breathing proof that divine protection is real, that spiritual warfare is not made up, that God still speaks, that angels still fight, that Archangel Michael still moves when your name is under attack. And now the blessing. Right now I speak a spiritual blessing over your life. May the clear sight you have received be forever. May the protection over your house be unbreakable. May your energy stay clean, your connection stay pure, and your speed never be stopped again. I pray your next 7 days are full of shocking confirmations, unexpected money, divine ties, and revelations that give you peace. I pray the one who tried to use your life as a pawn be forever taken from your timeline. And I pray that everything you touch from now on carry the vibration of this moment of breakthrough, of safety, of rising. May Archangel Michael stand at your door every night and your side every day. May no whisper of harm find its way to your energy. May you walk in rooms that once turned you away and shine with a light they can no longer deny. May your soul be surrounded by honor. May your body be filled with peace. May your mind stay sharp, focused, and spiritually lined up. You are no longer a watcher of miracles. You are one. You are no longer in waiting. You are in walking forward boldly with trust, completely protected. Now, as you step into this new season, I invite you to seal it with your voice. Type "Amen" in the comments below as a sign of your acceptance, as a bold statement that you are ready to walk in divine authority. As you write it, see yourself not as a victim of what was hidden, but as an heir rising to claim what grace has already written in your name. And stay with me until the very end, because we'll be closing with a powerful prayer that will activate this release. Before you go, share this video with someone who needs this divine revelation. Sharing will activate the anointing and spread the breakthrough. Now go live like it. You have been marked by heaven. Guard it well. Speak it when you are led. And never forget the file they tried to build on you has been destroyed. But the story you are building now, it is forever. And this divine moment will live inside you always. It is done. If something in your spirit stirred while reading this, if the chills, the clear sight, the truth felt too perfectly timed to be chance, then this message was heaven's direct line to your soul. You are not meant to miss this movement, and you are not meant to miss what is coming next. Archangel Michael and the angels are still speaking, still fighting for you, still sending revelation that can shift the course of your whole life. Do not let this be the last divine message to hear. Subscribe now and stay lined up with every urgent spiritual download meant for your protection, your clear sight, and your miracle breakthrough. What is coming next is holy, and it is only for those who are tuned in. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life if you follow it. You won't just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step, your abundance awaits.